I'm also the range manager here, so if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask at any time. We're going to get this ball rolling by everybody looking up there at that poster and reading off the very first rule.
Always keep the gun pointed in a safe direction.
Always keep the gun pointed in a safe direction. Cool. Thank you. Alright, so I'm going to imagine that this direction right here is our safe direction. This is going to be downrange. Downrange is going to be our only safe direction. Please do not point down because I do have a table and I don't need holes in my table. I also don't need ricochets coming up because ricochets are bad. Also, please do not point up because there is a metal roof and there are already holes in the roof. Please do not put any more holes in my roof. Cool?
Cool.
Awesome. So you're going to keep that gun pointed downrange. Read off that second rule, please.
Always keep your finger off the trigger until ready to shoot.
Always keep your booger picker off the trigger pulley thing. Cool?
Yeah.
That's very important. So, the first gun I'm going to show you is this beauty right here. Ooh, yes. This right here is a replica of the Colt 45 Peacemaker. It's calibrated in .357. We're going to be shooting 38 specials out of them. It is a revolver, where the cylinder right here revolves. So if you want to look just down in here in the cylinder, tell me that's unloaded.
Yes, it is.
Excellent. So I want everybody to take your dominant hand and put it up in the air. Now make a pistol with that hand. What you're going to do is your pistol's going to lay on the table. You're going to put your hand on top and pick it up. Your trigger finger is going to be extended at the top because it should never be on the trigger until you're ready to
shoot.
Very good. The rest of these fingers are going to be laying across on the side over here under the trigger guard, and your thumb is going to lay down. This is going to be your grip. Now everybody make a cup of coffee in your other hand. You're going to bring it together, and all four of these fingers are going to go under the trigger guard. Why should it never be on top of the cylinder?
That's for fire and explosion. Moving parts of heat.
That's right, there's moving parts and hot gases will spray through the top, and if your fingers are around there, you could lose a finger. Let's try to keep all 10 of them. I still have 11 of mine. So, this is what your grip is going to look like on the pistol. Make sure you memorize that, know it, become friends with it, okay? You're going to cock back your hammer with your non-dominant thumb, lay it to the side, and then you'll pull the trigger with your trigger finger. Cool?
Cool.
Your sights are right here. Your back sight is actually hidden behind your hammer. You don't see it until you pull it back. Your front sight is a fixed sight. So you have to aim and level it off with your back sight accordingly. You guys know how to see sights, correct?
Cool.
Has anybody never shot before? Awesome. We don't have any movies. Moving on. Action rifle. So it's going to lever out and then come back in. It is not a pump action. It is not a bolt action. Yes, I've had people try to convince me otherwise. So, what you're going to do is you're going to get in your stance, where your non-dominant foot is going to be kicked out in front of you. Your dominant leg is going to make into an L shape. And I want everybody to make a chicken wing. So I want you to take your thumb and stick it right into your armpit. Just like that. You feel that meaty part right in here? That's where you want the butt of the gun, okay? You want it sitting right inside. You don't want it sitting up here because that's going to fly off your shoulder. You don't want it sitting down here because you're not in Hollywood. You don't need it sitting in the middle of your chest because you don't need CPR, and you definitely don't want it up by your jaw because you still need that. Okay? So you want it right here in this meaty part. Then I want you to take these 3 fingers of your dominant hand, and you're going to put it inside of this lever. Then your finger's going to be up here on the top because your finger should never be where?
On the trigger.
Until? Very good. You're going to keep it shouldered, and you're going to lever it all the way out and then all the way back in. You want to make sure that you're levering it fast so that way you can eject the empty cartridge and then put in a new round into your gun. And then you're going to lean forward and you're going to aim down your sights. The sights on these are called buckhorn sights. If you look here in the back sight, it has a U and it has another little bit of U at the bottom. Do you see that? Make sure I don't smack you in the face with that. You're going to take your front sight right here, and you're going to line it up at the top of your bottom U. Okay, so not at the very top, but inside that little crevice that's down there. You're then going to put your sights just underneath your target because these guns do shoot a little high, so you want to aim low. Does that make sense? Cool. Last but not least, we have your break action shotgun. This is a 12 gauge, so it is going to have a little bit of a kick. So that's when you're really going to want to make sure that your stance is leaning forward and that you're not leaning back here, okay? Because if you're leaning back here, you're going to end up on your butt real fast, okay? Again, the butt of the gun needs to be right there in that meaty part. Now I want everybody to look inside of the trigger guard. What do you see?
Two triggers.
Two triggers. What do you think those two triggers are for?
Safe trigger and a good trigger.
No.
Oh, you have two barrels, right?
You have two barrels. So your front trigger is going to pull for your right barrel. Your back trigger is going to pull for your left barrel. This is single action, so every time that you want to shoot, you have to cock back the hammers, lever the action, or cock back the hammer on the pistol as well each time that you want to shoot. When I give the command, you will cock back both of these. Your safety's right here. You're going to push it forward when you're ready to shoot, and you're going to pull your front trigger and then your back trigger. The reason you have two triggers is the type of targets we're going to be shooting. Can everybody see this? So these are our targets. Your rifle targets are the ones in the very, very back. They're the ones of 6. You get 5 shots with the rifle, so try to figure that one out. Your shotguns are the ones in the middle. They're the silhouettes. We call them pepper poppers because you're going to pepper them the first time. That silhouette's going to fall down and it's going to pop up a clay pigeon. That's when you pull that second trigger. Your pistol targets are the ones in the very, very front. They're the card suits, the tombstone, and the dueling tree. The dueling tree is the one where you shoot. It goes ding and swings around to the other side for your opponent to try to shoot back to your side. Sound like fun?
Yeah.
Cool. So those are your targets. Those are the guns we're going to be shooting. Now I want everybody to read off that third and final rule.
Always keep the gun unloaded until ready to use.
Always keep the gun unloaded until ready to use. Now we're going to be doing all the loading and unloading for you, so you guys just get to do the fun stuff and shoot. You guys think you're ready?
Yes.
I don't think so. You got one more thing. When I get up there, I'm going to ask for 2 shooters to approach. Then I'm going to ask for your name. I don't want your real name. I want you to give me an alias. So you could be Dirty Dan, or you could be Pistol Pete, or Pinhead Larry, or whoever you want to be. Okay? Then when I ask if you're ready on the right, or ready on the left, I don't want to hear, yeah, okay, I'm ready. Or, yeah, sure, let's shoot. Because that's boring. I want to hear a slogan like, dance, monkey, dance. Or, there's a snake in my boot. Sound good?
Alright.
Alright. Now you guys are ready. Let's go ahead and head on up to the range.